Okay, you guys, we're live on YouTube. Hey, everybody. It is February the 13th, 2023, and it's the day before Valentine's Day. And we're on week number 6 of the Be a Game Changer, the Boss Babes. And we got 2 more great speakers left to do, and then we'll have kind of a little bit of a wrap up as well. So I'm excited about tonight. And so in case you're looking at me and thinking, something looks different about her. Well, listen, when you use all of the duo sticks on your face at one time, you can look this way too. We had our unit meeting a few minutes ago, and I used all of the bronzers and the contours and the highlighters. And so I am fully bronzed and highlighted and contoured. And so, y'all, these are beautiful. You're going to love them. You might say, where did you do the dark one? On my eyelids. So cute. Okay, and I have the right raspberry lipstick on. So pretty. And then we talked about the boosters and the hand cream. So you guys, all of that will be available to order on the 15th, which is Wednesday, for everybody in Mary Kay. And then it'll be live on your app and on the website, themarykay.com, on the 16th. Okay, so that's all this week. So get excited about all of that. So, okay, here we go. Let me share my screen with you guys. And so we are on week number 6 of the Ball Space. How many in the chat? Go ahead and tell me a week yet. I would love to see who's got perfect attendance so far. You've hit all 6 weeks so far. And we only skipped 1 week. We were at leadership conference. So it just type in there perfect attendance if you've been on all 6 weeks so far. Okay. So game changer last week, and I see some of you have already put it on there. How many points do y'all have? Sarah Johnson, 185. And so let's just go over the weight. Here's the thing. Y'all know that repetition is the best way to remember stuff, right? So what do you get points for? 20 points if you just show up with your camera on. All right. 30 points if you connected with your sales director this week. 10 points for every new name and number you collected through a survey, a warm chat, or referrals. 10 for each. So if you got 10 new names, that's 100 points. 25 points for every party that you booked, and 50 points for every party that you held last week. 20 points for every face you pampered with samples, virtual or in person. And then 20 guests for anyone who attends an in-person event or virtual guest event. 25 for every career chat you booked, and 50 for every career chat you actually held. And then 100 points for every new team member. I know we're going to have somebody that comes up and has 1,000 points before we finish this game changer. I just know it. I know it. So here's some shout outs. Here we go. Lots of perfect attendance. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Sandy Wood, 265. Karen Oldman, 200 points. Let's see. Linda, 70 points. Okay. Vicky, 70 points. Who else has some points for last week? I know Deborah Barrett, you need to add yours up because I know she did 9 faces last week. That's a lot of points. Darla, 90 points. Okay, so y'all keep adding up your points. Let's see who the number 1 winner is. So far, it is Sandy Wood, I believe, so far. So we'll come back and see who our week number 5 game changer was. Okay. Tonight's talk, the National Sales Director Emeritus, is Debi Moore. And so I've asked Sayla to read Debi's her bio. And in your books, there's a place that says take notes on her story. So as she's reading this, jot down what stands out to you about her story before we even play the Voxer group. Okay. So Sayla, if you're ready, just go ahead and unmute yourself and you can read a little bit about Debi.
Okay. Debi Moore is an independent senior national sales director emeritus from Charlotte, North Carolina. Her former occupation was a teacher, and her highlights, she began Mary Kay in April of 1977 She became a sales director in May of 1978, so just a year and a month later. She became an independent national sales director in May of 1994. She was a $1 million sales director 2 times and in the inner circle 10 times. That is powerful, y'all. Her quote is, confidence and a positive outlook are gifts that I have been able to give my children because of my association with this company. A divine accident, independent senior national sales director emeritus Debi Moore was in the right place at the right time. It was truly a divine accident that I overheard a conversation a fellow teacher was having about his wife, who was a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant. Debi recalls, he gave me her name, and that led me to a meeting and the signing of my independent beauty consultant agreement. Building a sales career was something Debi never imagined for herself. I was so leery of the stereotypical salesperson that I wanted nothing to do with it, Debi says. The Mary Kay opportunity changed her view of the word sales, and today Debi praises the business that has given her so many privileges. The financial security, the first-class trips, and incredible prizes are wonderful, of course, but they are a small part of the blessings my family has enjoyed, Debi says. Confidence and a positive outlook are gifts that I have been able to give my children because of the Mary Kay opportunity. Debi also treasures the friendships of a lifetime she shares because of her Mary Kay business. These intangible gifts are the most appreciated and the most often missing from the lives of women that I meet, Debi says. When I see their eyes light up with all that this opportunity can offer, I am reminded of how fortunate I was to be in the right place at the right time to hear the conversation that would change so many lives. As an NSDE emeritus, Debi reflects on lessons and skills she carries with her as she spends time with her precious grandchildren. Debi plans to share these lessons and skills. She plans to give them the gift of encouragement, the belief that they can do anything they set their minds to if they are willing to work. She plans to teach them about the invisible sign around everyone's neck that says, "Make me feel important," as she encourages their self-esteem with gifts with which God has blessed their lives. Debi also believes it is never too early to install the value of setting goals. I can see her doing that, of setting goals and using time wisely. What blessed children they are to have such a wise, accomplished, and involved Mary Kay woman in their lives.
So Selah, let me stop the share a minute and spotlight you. I don't know if you remember, but I think you were at the retreat that we went to in Brunswick, where she and Kathy Halou came. Were you at that one? Mm-hmm. And her daughters were there. It was Kathy's daughter and her daughter, and they were both, I don't know, 16 years old, and I don't know if you remember much about her, but I know that was a really great conference, and just the friendships her and Kathy had and how they led.
Yeah, and when we were at leadership in San Diego, she and Kathy were in our hotel after leadership, and we had her picture made with them, and just great women. Debi is a smaller in stature, but she is so powerful and just very positive and very, she's a big thinker, and she dreams big, expects big, and does big.
Mm-hmm. She absolutely does. You guys, I'm going to open the gallery. What is something that, let me just remove my spotlight. What's something that stood out to any of you about her story? Anybody want to unmute and say anything that if you've had an experience with Debi?
Does it seem like she didn't try product, or she was just ready to jump in and do business? I mean, didn't her story say that she overheard a conversation and then that was where it all started? That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, that is. Isn't that something? You never know who's listening, right? Just think of that girl. She signed up somebody like her and like, man, she made some bank on that, right? Who else has something about her that they stood out to them?
I loved how she was going to use
she taught her
all the
children. Oh.
Okay, go ahead, Sandra, and then Maureen, and go ahead, Sandra.
The influence that she had on her children, creating confidence and positiveness in her children. That having an influence on your children with what you do is so awesome.
Amen. Amen. And Maureen, what did you have to say?
That was exactly what I was going to say. So good job, Sandra. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. And Lenora, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I just want to add to the fact that the confidence that she got from being associated with Mary Kay, it's like a legacy that she can leave with her children and let them know that they can do anything that they want to do because she's doing it and she did it. So she's there for them to help them whatever way they want to go, whatever they want to do, let them know that they can do it and keep that confidence and positivity in their life.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put her picture back up here while we listen. So get your pen and paper out and be ready to take some notes about, a few notes about what you hear. Okay. And so I'm going to go and mute everybody back again. Okay. Just so we can make sure we can all hear real well. Okay, here we go.
Well, hello, Mary Kay Consultants. This is Debi Moore, Senior National Sales Director Emeriti, coming to you through this wonderful messaging service called Voxer. Hey, I am just so excited to be with you right now and just in a couple of minutes share with you just a few things that really made a difference in my 42-year journey with Mary Kay. I'd be remiss, though, to not start off by saying, congratulations to the brand new national area, led by the most incredible leader, Karen Rydell. You dream team members, you really did it. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Every single piece of that puzzle is important. I mean, every single piece, the corners, the outline, the inside, the big, the little, to allow the picture to come into fruition. And that's really a tremendous example of what it takes to become a fabulous national area in this company. Every piece, every one of you is so special and so important, and you did it. You allowed the vision to become reality, and I could not be happier for you. And it goes without saying, I'm so proud of Karen. She's a dear friend and an amazing leader, an amazing mentor, a God-fearing woman. You are just blessed to have her as your national, or quite honestly, to simply know her if you're in the Mary Kay world. Well, Karen asked me to come on today and just talk briefly about a game-changing moment in my Mary Kay career. And you know what, y'all, I didn't have to think about it. It immediately, it's so in the forefront of my mind. The game-changing moment that happened to me in my life and in my career was seminar, the very first seminar that I ever attended. I'd only been in the company 2.5 months. My director insisted that I go. And I said, oh, no, I can't go this year. I'm too new. I haven't done anything. I don't deserve to go. I'll go next year. And she paused for a minute and she said, you probably won't be around next year if you don't go this year. Well, I didn't really understand that. It sounded very harsh to me. I wasn't even sure that I believed her. But her message was, you need to go now to capture the vision. You need to have a dream planted in your heart that will be unshakable throughout your entire career. So that day when she was speaking to me about seminar, I left her house and I went home and I said to Bill, hey, my director said I needed to go to seminar. And he said, well, what is that? And I told him, and she said that you need to go too, Bill. Not just me, but you need to go. You guys, we were young, newly married, relatively, and just really starting our lives together. Money was tight. So for one of us to go to Dallas for 4 days was one thing, but for both of us to go and for Bill to have to take off work, that was a whole nother ball game. But for some reason, we made the decision, listening to her sterling advice, and we went to seminar. We sat in the nosebleed section of the arena. I'll never forget, section 14, 2 rows from the top. Do you hear how crystal clear and important that event was? I can even remember where we were sitting. But that's where the dream was planted in my heart and the vision was casted for my journey in Mary Kay. I saw women walking across that stage, all sizes, all shapes, all colors, all backgrounds. And I saw them achieving amazing things. I saw Cadillacs given out in those days, fur coats and trips, all expense paid luxury trips. And I thought, I want it all. I don't just want a piece of the pie, I want the whole pie. I can remember tears streaming down my face as the seminar was unfolding. And I left that seminar a changed person. Bill and I on the plane home strategized how I could get my business going, what I needed to do. Oh, by the way, the classes were excellent. The training was compared to none. It was fabulous. And Bill went to the husband's classes. So he got a whole nother level of training. And that's why we strategized on the way home, things that I needed to do. And that launched my 42-year career. More trips than I can even remember. More Cadillacs than I can remember. It was either 18 or 19 Cadillacs. We've traveled the world, first class. Thank you, Mary Kay. And guess what? You can too. You can travel the world. So my defining moment, my game-changing moment in my career was making the decision to go to that very first seminar, only be in the company 2 months, really nothing to show for what I had done in the business because I was so new. But it was a major life-changing event. And from that, I launched the belief that I never could miss a company event, and I didn't. I went to every seminar every year. I went to every career conference every year. You know, there's 4 times a year that you need to plug in, and I plugged into all of them. Seminar, career conference, your areas retreat, maybe in the fall. And then when you become a director, of course, leadership in January. 4 critical moments to build your business. Oh, the friendships that you'll develop, the training that you'll get, the aha moments that you'll have are just indescribable. So I hope that you will make a decision, if you haven't already, that I'll never miss a company event. I am committed because I want to be successful. My family deserves it. My children deserve it. I'm so thankful I made those decisions because both children, we have 2. One is a Mary Kay sales director, Taylor Moore Ferry, Cadillac sales director. But their educations were covered because of Mary Kay. Their life was forever changed because of Mary Kay. And you can give those kinds of things to your family as well if you'll commit and stay focused to your dream. But you need to have that dream planted deep in your heart. And I believe it's company events that allows that dream to be born and to flourish. So make a decision right now that you're never going to miss a company event, ever. And that, of course, you're going to plug in to your weekly success meetings, however your director does it, because those are critical steps to get you to the next major step. So I'm so glad I could share some moments with you because I firmly believe that plugging in and being around positive, goal-oriented, successful women will be your key to success. Those moments that they absolutely pour into you what they found to be the keys to allow their career to be successful. You know, that's the greatest gift we have, you guys, are the people in Mary Kay, the people that will mentor you. One of Mary Kay's favorite lines was, hook your wagon to a star. Well, if you never get to the events, it's hard to hook because you haven't met your star yet. My star, I met that day, my very first seminar. And boy, I plugged into her like nobody's business. So I am just so thankful to be with you today. Company events, name of the game. Weekly events with your director, name of the game, if you want to be successful. Well, God bless you, and let's make 2023 the greatest year of your life. You can do it. Love you all. Bye-bye. Well, hello, Mary Kay Consultant.
Okay, you guys. So let's talk about the different things. I'm going to stop the share and open it up to everybody. Of what you thought was the game. I mean, it's pretty obvious what her game changing moment is. So somebody tell me, what was her game changing moment? Just unmute.
Going to seminar.
Going to seminar. Absolutely. How many of you, and you can say in the chat if you want to, how many of you went to seminar your very first year in the business? How many of you put your hand up if you went the very first year? Okay, I look around. There's several. I mean, if you're not on camera, then just use those little icons if you can figure out where they are. But lots of you did. And here's the thing, Beth. Yeah, I mean, it was a game changer. I joined in September. My first company event was in March, career conference. My second company event was a seminar, and I had been in 9 months. And here's the deal. I thought Mary Kay would I knew she was old, right? I was 23. So I knew she was old. She probably was like, 50 or something. Anyway, I thought this is probably going to be kind of like Lawrence Welk type music, which shows how old I am if you don't know who Lawrence Welk is. But I figured it'd be kind of some old lady music, okay, and old lady entertainment. Isn't that just such a punk, right? And then I get there and it's like popular songs, popular music. I mean, everybody is fashion forward. And I looked at myself in my Easter dress for awards night and thought, who's the fuddy dud and can't keep up with fashion? Me. My flowery Easter dress just did not cut the mustard. And so seminar changed everything. And Mary Kay Ash said at that seminar herself, you don't miss anything. That if you want to go up, you show up. And I don't know. I guess I was like Debbie Moore. I have never missed it. Ever. Any of them. Not any of the 4. Since I've been in. As long as Mary Kay has held them, I have been there, and it does make a difference. So let's talk about some of her things that she mentioned. You guys just unmute. What are some of the things that you will take away from what she said that could change your business? Let's hear from some consultants. Don't be scared.
So I'll say something.
Okay, go ahead, Lenore.
Well, never to miss any events. All our meetings need us. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to go, but when you go, it's such a freshness that you get being around all your sister consultants and leaders, because they encourage you and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I came. And it gives you a push. So I've never missed any meeting, our success meetings, career conference. There's always something there that you hear, even though it may be the same thing over, but the way somebody else may say it or whatever in the time of your life, when you hear it, that's your push to keep going and to never, never give up.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Gina, brand new sales director, 13 days old. 13-day-old sales director. Gina, your hand is up. What do you want to share? You got to make sure you unmute. Okay, maybe she can't talk right now. She just says, go ahead. Can you share, Gina?
Yes, I apologize. Y'all go to everything. I don't care if it's close to you or not. Rob Peter to pay Paul. And I hope you heard that correctly. Y'all, you just have to invest in you. I am telling you, if you do not invest in you, you cannot show people the money or the dream.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Who else has something they'd like to add to that?
I can.
Okay, Deborah, then Gail.
She said also to plug into a star and stay focused. I think that's huge, especially for me.
Absolutely. Okay, Gail, go ahead, and then Sarah.
I like the fact that she said that she sat with her husband on their way home from seminar and strategized. And how many times do, we say, well, this is just my own little thing. But when I sit down and have a strategy meeting with my husband, a whole big picture comes into view.
Yeah,
It does make a
Man.
difference. It does, because he sees you day in, day out. He knows how things are really cooking.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Excuse me.
Okay. Sarah,
They
you want to
think
share?
differently. They just think differently.
Yes.
I think that
Thank you,
helps.
Marilee. Thank you.
I was just gonna say that just the pure decision, just that making that thought and that decision, I am going to do this. For her, it was seminar.
Okay. And Christine, did you have I see your little hand icon.
Yeah. So I liked how she said, wanting the whole piece of pie, or not just a piece of pie, but the whole pie. Pick, that the seminar opened all the lights for that, because if you don't see it, it's very difficult to duplicate it. So, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, who else?
Cleta?
Yeah, go ahead, Misha.
Okay, I loved how her director was bold enough to tell her that she might not be around the next year if she didn't go to seminar.
I know. I was like, you mean she's gonna not be around next year? It's true. And you know what? I'll tell you something, Misha. Back in the day, we weren't scared to be bold to people. Like today, we got to brush their hair first before they do anything. Your director just told you the way it was, and you're like, all right, and you just did it. And so, because it's for your best interest, Nowadays, it's like we beg, we plead, we do all this instead of just saying, look, you want to stay in Mary Kay, you probably won't even be in next year if you don't go. So thank you for bringing that up. I kind of wrote that down. Grace?
When it comes to seminar, I went my first year, and it just, you can read about a place, you can talk about a place, you can know it frontwards and backwards, but until you are in that space, it changes you. It really, really does. Now, all the classes that you're given, in most companies, if you're going to go to a seminar type thing, you are going to pay several $100s to hear one speaker. We get them for very, very little compared to what we get. What we get is so priceless. I like the commitment. You have to commit. The getting onto catching somebody and getting on their wagon. During the time when I was not in Mary Kay legally, because I took a year off, I hooked my wagon to Karen Rydell. When I could not sleep, when I was having problems, I would get in my car and I would listen to Karen Rydell.
Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Karen is amazing. And so, and that's why we're doing this Boss Babe call tonight, because she lined this up for us. So thank you for sharing that. Linda, did you have something to say?
I did. If it wasn't for you last year, Cleta, I wouldn't say pushing me, but highly encouraging me to go to seminar last year. I learned so much by going to seminar last year, by being with you and Selah. And it was so priceless to be with you and Selah. And I jokingly said I felt like I was a puppy dog on a string trying to keep up with y'all. But it was just amazing. And the same comments that she made about being at her first seminar, it's really priceless just to be there and to see all the amazing achievements and the prizes that you win. And And what was my game changer was when I knew I was walking across that stage for my
Princess Court.
gosh, Princess Court. Thank you. I was gonna say it just blew my mind. I forgot what it was. But just to be there and be up front, close to where all the action is at, and to see it instead of being like she was saying up in the nosebleed area, it just, and to meet all the people that you knew, and I was just blown away. It was just so amazing. So thank you for just encouraging me to go, and it's just awesome. And to, like I said, to be with you and Sailor, and just to see everything from you guys' eyes, and to be with you, it was just like it was like I just wanted to be a DIQ and to be a director, and I'm still trying to get there to where you guys are,
And you will.
Yes.
And, well, and, you know, here's the thing is like, that is what she's saying is exactly the truth. When you've never been, you just don't understand how massive Mary Kay is. You don't understand the money they put in this stuff. You don't understand that Mary Kay is not some piddly little something that you around selling you one little bronze duo stick. It's massive. They have millions, billions. It's like a massive, huge industry. And when you leave, you're proud to put on the Mary Kay director suit. You're proud to wear your red jacket. You're proud to wear your Mary Kay name tag and saying, I'm a part of Mary Kay, you know. And so I don't, any of you that have ever felt less than or lower than, or feel like someone's going to make fun of you that in your Mary Kay, the people that would make you feel that way have no idea how massive Mary Kay is. That's why every now and then you guys need to post on your public page some of the facts and figures about Mary Kay. When you see Mary Kay posted them, I mean, like, because people don't know. I think they know more now, but those of us who have been in, you know, 35 years, 30 years, I mean, it wasn't as big as it is now, you know? So thank you for saying that, Linda. Who else has something they'd like to share? Maureen, go ahead.
All of the things that Debbie was talking about, believing in going and committing to all of the company events, it put me in mind as she was talking about the parable of the sower. And it talks about, you know, the 4 different types of soil, like we all know that parable that Jesus talked about. And I feel like when we go and commit to the company events where we're surrounded by love and support and leaders who are mentoring us, like you and Selah and everybody, we put ourselves in the midst of good soil, right? So then the seeds can be planted, and then the dreams can be dreamt, and then strategies can be made. And that's what I was kind of feeling when she was talking about it. It put me in mind of that parable from Jesus.
That's good. That's a great comparison, because then you have that fertile ground, right? Selah, would you like to share anything?
Yes. I thought what she said about, you know, you always hear to hook your wagon to a star, but unless you go to an event, there is no star to hook your wagon to. And I thought that was so, but you can sit around and say, I'm going to hook my wagon to the star, but you have to put yourself in a position to be around people that inspire you and make you want to go for the next level. Or in her case, you know, she reached the ultimate level in Mary Kay, which was a national sales director. And I did find the picture. It's from January 19th, 2019. There we are. There's Debbie on this side right here, and Stephanie DeMar, and me, and can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's from leadership in San Diego. And we were in the hotel lobby, and it was the end, and they were walking out, and we said, hey, can we get a picture with you?
That is so awesome, Selah. I love it. I love it. And you know, when you meet people that are your stature, you know, or like you think, she kind of reminds me of me. If she can do it, I can do it, right?
Yeah, you mean to say when she's as short as you are, like there you go.
Your stature.
Does happen often.
Mighty, small but mighty, like a stick of dynamite. Well, you guys have an opportunity that we have a seminar coming up. And even if you've never been, or maybe you haven't been in a long time, trust me when I tell you, they put on a show on the anniversary years. Every year is great. But I was there on the 25th, on the 30th, on the 35th, on the 40th, on the 45th, on the 50th, you guys. I mean, and the 55th and now the 60th. The 60th is going to blow your mind. They're going to do, that's just how they do it. Just like any company that's celebrating, it's going to be extra celebrations, at seminar. So you just go ahead and decide today, I'm going to find out when my seminar is, and I am going to attend. You want to know when it is? You go to marykintouch.com, you click on events, find out what seminar you're in. If you're Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, if you don't know, ask your sales director. If you're in my group, we're in Ruby. Okay. I know Maureen's group is in Sapphire, right? Latrice is Diamond. Latrice should be Ruby. Why? And then I don't know about Gail. What are y'all Emerald or Sapphire? Gail. Beth, you're with me, aren't you? She's Emerald.
I'm Diamond.
You're Diamond. Okay.
Yeah, Diamond.
We got them all represented. Okay. So, but find out which one you're at and go. And then if there is a local career conference that you can attend in person, I know they're not all over the place this year, make an effort to go, but at the very least, watch what Mary Kay puts out for us for a career conference. At the very least, watch it. It's easy to do. It's free. But if you can go somewhere, like our group's going to Atlanta, if any of y'all go to Atlanta, come find me. Me and Sailor are going to Atlanta. And so Lenora, okay, good. And so we're going to have a great time there. It's just fun being together and the friendships that you'll make. The last thing that she said is if you commit and then stay focused, commit and stay focused with the dream that's been planted in your heart. And she believes that if you don't have a dream yet, you're going to get that dream from from seminar, from company events, basically, where you see a bigger picture. And so I agree 100%. Okay. Beth, she's got 3 tickets for Chicago-Rama. That's just a great name. Lisa Madison has one in Wisconsin. Okay. And then, of course, there's the Atlanta one. Kansas City is sold out. So that would have been a good one. Anybody else know of one that one you want to share? Okay. I think most of you can probably find that out. So let's go back to our little slideshow real quick, and we will be wrapping it up. Okay, so today we're going to do this one right here. There's a time for everything and a season, for every activity under the heavens. So the time is now. Career conference is the time. Seminar is the time, you guys. And what you want to do is you want to say, what do I have to do to get a little recognition? And then make that a goal for that, okay? As a reminder, the new products are all going to be out for everybody to order on the 15th. These are the beautiful earrings that you can earn. They've got the clinical solutions, and I was going to play the videos, but honestly, they're right there on InTouch. They're all over the internet. So just know that if you're worried about more smoother skin, you want this PHA AHA resurfacer. It's more of a exfoliator. It's got hydroxy acids plus skin replenishing glycerin. Use that 2 or 3 times a week. That ferulic and niacinamide brightener is for dark spots, skin discoloration. That's the 2 things that you really need to know. Use it every day, twice a day. So there's a lot of before and afters that are coming out. You do one too. And you don't have to do half your face. Just take a picture when you start and take a picture every week and see for yourself, and then post it and share it with your sales director so we can post it. Because it's one thing for the company to put it out, and it's another thing for someone to put it out there. I don't know why. It's just like we know each other, right? So don't forget to do some before and afters on that. You got the 3 new hand creams going on. The After Sun Gel is back out. You got the bronzers, the duo sticks, and the highlighter. I have them all on, like I said. You got the new lipsticks. These are regular line. Berry Raspberry is what I have on tonight, and think of pink. And of course, you want to work on your most important things. For consultants, it is to be a star this quarter or next quarter, but why wouldn't you do it this quarter, right? Do it both quarters. And then develop 3 or more Great Start qualified team members to get this scarf. 5, you get the free red jacket that is brand newly designed, and you get to go on stage. So this is what you need to be working on. Directors, we know our stuff that we've got to be working on, and there's a game board that we can like check on it. And I don't know about you directors, what I did is I just clicked on the game board, and then I put a star and made it one of my favorite tabs. So right there in Chrome on my computer, it just says IDS, Independent Sales Director, Game Board. And I can just click straight on that and I can see what my deal is. So every day, and it does your countdown, which is kind of, like today it said 4 months and 15 days. And then tick, tick, tick. I'm like, dang it, I got a lot to do. And so anyway, don't let it slip up on you. All of this stuff, we want everything that's coming to us, right? So you got to look at it. You got to look at it and see where you are. Don't freak out, but say, what am I going to work on today of those 6 things? Sales directors, that's all we need to be concerned with are those 6 things in those boxes, because that will grow our business. Absolutely, right? So that's what we got this week. Next week, we will be hearing from Kathy Halou. So that will be a good one. I believe that's next week anyway. And so we will see y'all next week. It'll be the day before the last day of the month. So we'll see you on the 27th, and we will be going in week number 7 of the Game Changers. Be a game changer. So thank y'all for all your comments. I certainly appreciate it. It's much more fun to hear from y'all than just listen to myself. So thank you, Sayla, for doing our reading tonight. And we'll see y'all next week. Have a great week. Call some people about Valentine's Day sales tonight before you go to bed. All right.